Hey, good morning, everyone. Dave Wilson, Results Staffing. Be right with you. Just want to make sure, as I always say, got to make sure that LinkedIn is live. I do have my counter coming. I'm still waiting. And also, we will now be able to see your comments. So please feel like commenting right on LinkedIn under the comments section, and we'll be able to answer some of your questions. And as soon as it goes, this is my greatest part, Joanne, that I'm constantly. Let's see. Come on, LinkedIn. There we go. That was quick. Okay. See, once I get past all this. All right. Hey, today, everybody, I always love having Joanne Papric of Legal Shield. She's been on the show before, but the first time with LinkedIn Live. And it's always great. How you doing, Joanne?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Trying to stay sane, but, it's been a good problem right now. Things are looking up, for staffing. People are starting to call. Some of the companies are hiring. But I wanted to talk to you today like we always do. And this is one of the most important subjects that I've been having people on is Legal Shield. Can you explain exactly what you do? And then we'll go into a couple other questions.
Definitely. I always love talking about Legal Shield because I think it is so valuable and so important that people have something like this. But before I get into depth about what we do exactly,
Right.
I don't know about you, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there getting angry about what is going on out there with people, the injustice and the unfairness that's going on. And I think people right now more than ever need some legal advice, need some
Yeah.
legal representation. And the reason why I say that is because yesterday I was watching the news, and in New Jersey, a man got arrested for going to the gym.
I heard something about that. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I just was, it bothered me so much. I got angry to my core that they actually had all these police officers arrest this guy. He didn't even put up a fight. He didn't do anything. But at a time like that, where he's being detained, that is a perfect opportunity to say, if he had legal shields, picked up his phone, who do they tell you to call when you're being detained, right? They tell you to call a lawyer. Uh,
Right.
Most people don't have a lawyer to call. Yeah, maybe someone has a
Not like that right away, like on your mind. I don't.
people don't. I mean, yes, there's some fortunate people out there, but most people don't. And imagine just being able to pick up your phone and 24/7 emergency access to a lawyer.
So
And
I wanted to interrupt you on that part. You did say, I know we were going to talk about it at the end, but there is a phone app. Let's
yeah,
just say you were in that situation, and we're going to talk about the other things. But how fast could somebody get a hold of an attorney? You said by your phone, right?
I will show you how fast it can happen. The app is right there on your phone. You have your app.
Right.
You just click it, and I
Okay.
don't know how well everyone can see it.
No, I can see it really good.
Okay, good. And as it comes up as the oh my hold on.
That's okay.
I just had it on and something just happened. Well, that's not good because it's not.
It's probably the great Wi-Fi, right? It's during the day.
I don't know.
Too many
Some
people.
is saying my Wi-Fi is down. Wait a minute.
All right. Well, so basically there though, but you're able to just like that, right? I mean,
You just pop up, and on the bottom of the app here, it will say emergency access. You just click that button, and within 2 rings, you get that the attorney picks up. But for
right.
some reason, my phone, it was acting up all morning today. I couldn't even text for some reason. Um, but I'm gonna fix it up again, and I will show
Okay.
you. I don't know why that just happened, but
All
anyway,
right.
it's really just a click of a button on your phone, and they pick up and they help you. They tell you what to do, and they'll come to your rescue, basically. And that's
Right.
because that's what we need. And I felt when I was watching this guy get arrested, I felt, my God, if he just had a legal shield right now, how much it would help him and save him money. You know, and that's another thing. It will save him so much money. So anyway, back to like exactly what we do. We basically do what any law firm does. We're the top rated law firm in the country, and we provide you with legal services in all areas of law. In
Right.
areas of law, and a 1 monthly subscription membership. So basically, what that is, you have access to an attorney, and what they do is you can call them. What that includes is you are able to call an attorney any 100 times a day on a different matter and not get billed just to get legal advice. I mean, that
To get the advice, right?
right, that alone just got me. I recently, just a week ago from my mom, we were going through something. We just needed some legal advice. And I'm like, oh, let me just call the attorney. And I did. And we got the advice that we didn't know we could do. And it was perfect. I just called an attorney. I was on the phone with him for about a half an hour. He walked me through stuff. Didn't cost me anything.
That's
Imagine now
right.
somebody having to call an attorney, be on the phone with them for a half hour, 40 minutes, an hour. They'll charge $150,
Oh
$80.
yeah, just to talk to him. Yeah, just
Some attorneys charge $80 for 15 minutes. So nothing. And that is so valuable because we all go through legal issues on a daily basis, on a weekly, monthly, whatever, maybe 3 times a year. It's so worth it to be able to pick up the phone. It takes the equation, the cost and who to call. We take that out of the equation for you, and that's one of the biggest problems that people hesitate to call an attorney. So
right. Yeah, it's the money. I'm not gonna lie. Oof.
money and not knowing who to call. So we take that out of the equation. We make it easy. We make it convenient. And on top of them, if you call an attorney for legal advice and they feel you need a letter or a phone call written or made on your behalf, they will do that for you at no charge.
See, that's what I like. When you said also what I think of was going through my mind when you're saying that is, I have my daughter, she's 29, but still 29, and I have a son.
Mhm.
So if with the kids, that can also, if you have an 18-year-old, 19, 20, and they're in a situation, that is what I like to think about the most important thing, how you said that it
Yeah.
covers, you can have a family plan, right? And that helps your child.
Yes. I mean, if you have children, if you're a family and you have children under the age of 26, yes, they're covered. I'm so actually under the age of 27 because they're covered up to the age of 26. Either
Right.
they're living at home or they're in college. They're covered under this membership and they can have that app on their phone. You got teenagers driving, going to parties, at got college. Anything can happen. Wouldn't you want them to have access to be able to call an attorney if they're in trouble or if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong anything happen. Anything can happen.
That's
And
24 hours a day. I guess that's the whole thing there. It's just like, wow, you don't have to say, let me wait till morning. And then you're all frustrated, at least to take care of you, to talk to a voice and
yeah.
feel comfortable, at least, in case you got a hold of your parents or, they don't pick up, at least that child knows. That's what I keep thinking about. I look at myself, yeah, but my son or my daughter, I'd be like, wow, at least they're protected on that part,
Right.
and that's
You can have a your kid maybe having some kind of going through something with the school, and that sometimes we don't even know. The parents don't know what advice to give you, so you can call the attorney if you
right,
something with the school, with the teachers, and they can give you advice. So as far as that's concerned, we also read contracts. I mean, come on, how many of us rent, right? You want those leases read. What's in there? Maybe you don't understand it. Have someone explain it to you. Maybe the lawyer can say, you know what? Tell them to add this to it because it will benefit you, or something. Tell
right,
them to take that out because that's against you. Say you won't sign it, something. Or you're the person who needs a lease for tenants. They help you. Maybe you're the landlord, or you're having work done, something. You're going into the hospital, you're having work done in your house, you need to sign something, anything. Why not send it into a lawyer to protect you, to be proactive, to prevent anything from you signing something that you shouldn't be signing?
or would you just upload it?
Just scan it in, send it to the law firm, and within 2 days, 2 to 3 days, they get back to you on whether this is something that should be changed, should be added, should be deleted, there should be a clause,
Right,
whatever. So I had a personal experience with that myself. I would love to share really quick. As a new homeowner and a new investor moving to Pennsylvania from New York, I actually bought an investment property and rented it out. Something happened with the tenants, amongst the tenants, where they were dealing with something and they were calling us, and we didn't know how to deal with it.
right.
Excuse 1 second. We didn't know how to deal with it. We were new, and we weren't returning the phone calls because we didn't know how to answer the questions yet. we didn't know the legal way to protect ourselves. And we were not used to at the time because we had just had legal shields and we
Right.
weren't having a lawyer on retainer. It's something you have to get used to. You know, you think only the rich have lawyers on retainer and business people, but you know what? Us little people could have them too. So we were like, you know what? Let's call Legal Shield. We called Legal Shield. We told them our situation. They told us exactly what to do step by step to protect ourselves.
That's nice. I mean,
And it didn't cost us anything. And the woman even she said, send me the lease you have. She looked at our lease for us. She said, oh, she goes, you know, you already have it in your lease. This is what you do. It was wonderful. You know, I won't bore you with the details, but
right.
It saved us.
That's awesome. So then Legal Shield also, it's not just the legal, it's also with everything going on, the identity theft, right? That's one of the
yes. Well, you know, before I get into that, I mean, we also do wills.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Unforeseen deaths happen. Look at right now what's happened. How many people had their wills in place, that
Right.
love letter to their family to prevent chaos from going on. We all know that when there's not a will in place, the fighting that can go on amongst families and causing that separation. So
Right.
include you getting your will done, and we do, you know, and we have a will questionnaire. You can do your will right from the phone, wherever you are. You're busy, and you could put it on hold and complete it at another time, and then click submit. If you're somebody who's not computer savvy and you don't want to do it that way, we send you one, a paper one, or
Right.
PDF file. Any way that it is, if you're someone who, however you want to fill in that questionnaire.
Right.
And so I probably missed a lot, but that's
Right.
the stuff. You know, it's a law firm. Every area of law: uncontested divorce, uncontested custody, uncontested name change. Now, anything that's not included in the subscription
Right.
is we give you a 25% discount if you need a form of representation. But before I even get to that, we also do traffic violations if you need representation in court. So here's another.
That would be nice, right?
Yeah, I mean, how many people get pulled over or have a moving violation? I want to share a quick story too with my sister, who was just visiting me 2 weeks ago here, and she was driving back to New York, and she got pulled over on the Belt Parkway, and she got a $225 ticket. And she calls me. I'm like, oh, you know, I felt so bad, and then I was like, wait, don't you have Legal Shield? I was like, call them. She's like, oh, you know. So we called. I said, all you have to do, Dina, is go on the app. There's the ticket. Press the ticket. Take a picture. It uploads into the law firm right away. You don't even have to do anything. It automatically uploads to the law firm once you snap a picture. And they got back to her immediately and said, Monday, we'll be calling you. And they called her Monday morning, and they set an appointment when her court date is, where they'll be representing her. No cost. All that is included. How powerful is that? How valuable is that?
So that means, can you drive 100 miles an hour and not worry about anything anymore?
Well, listen, you have to, you know.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah. So it's just powerful. I mean, you definitely have to be somebody who's has a legit driver's license, insured and registered, you know, person. And in addition to that, we also offer member perks to whoever has our members. We have over 500 Fortune 500 companies.
That's what I mean. So it can go through your companies. If a company wanted to reach out to you, small business, corporation, does not matter.
Oh, yeah. Matter. We actually do voluntary benefits for huge companies for their employees. Why not? HR cares about their people, their employees, don't they? They want what's best for them. They want to keep them safe and protected. And what is better than, you know, why would the bosses? They don't want to know about your personal life. They don't want you taking off work. Why not have lawyers do stuff for you? And that goes for what you mentioned before about identity theft. Why not? You know, that's a 30 to 40-hour work week to restore your identity. So you don't want them taking off work for that. Why not have the professionals take care of that for you?
That's why, like you said, the time savings. Like when we get into the other subjects, the time savings alone.
Time savings
versus your work taking off, losing pay. Same thing.
I mean, this is so valuable. I mean, I honestly can't live without it. I'd rather not have health insurance than not have this, because I feel like I actually use this more than I use my health insurance.
Right.
I'm in health. I take care of myself, knock on wood, barely getting sick. I use this at least once a month. I'm calling them from some legal matter.
Right. Yeah, you might. I mean, you're paying for it. What's the difference?
No, but it's not.
No,
People think you need a lawyer because you're a criminal for bad things. No, I call them for anything that I'm about to do, anything I'm going to purchase, anything I'm going to sign, things for my kids in school. I call them. I just call the lawyer.
right.
Why not?
Yeah.
Even if I call it 3 times a week. I actually had David, I had an issue here in my house with my floors. I had them stained. The person who stained my floors messed up my floors completely. They are a mess. I can't
Right.
hate even looking at them. They're stained up, horrible. And I called Legal Shield, and you're probably gonna say, why didn't you let Legal Shield look at their contract? Because
Right.
I mean, I didn't. I'm human. I was stupid. I just did it. I want my floors done. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, Legal Shield asked me to send in the contract, send in my receipt. I did everything. They got back to me with a 3-page letter of how this guy was not in compliance with Pennsylvania's licensing law.
Right.
His warranty was fraud. And I represented myself in a civil case and won it just from the letter that I had. The judge was so impressed with my lawyer's letter. They said, oh, you got a lawyer. They did all this research for me. Did not cost me anything but whatever my membership is. It was included. Now,
Right.
if I wanted them to represent me, then I would have had to pay something. But because
Right.
I didn't need them to.
Right.
They did all the paperwork for me. And I just represented that paperwork. The judge read it. I won my case.
Right. No, that makes sense because like
Yeah.
a lot of people get confused, the advice, everything. But if you really, sometimes that's all you need is the advice. You
Yeah.
don't really, you might not know. And they're going to tell you that because it just makes sense. You don't know, you have that right in front of you. But if you did something wrong, you're going to pay. They
Right.
need to represent you and they get paid. That's what I like about it. And if you're with the same company, I try to do the same thing with my company now, utilize the same process and same companies because you get to trust them.
Right. And I mean, if you have a small business, we also help small businesses up to 100 employees. And we have, if you get sued, we have trial defense hours included. So every year that you're with us, and that's not only for small businesses, that's for people, just individuals, families too. The first year that you're with the company, we give you 60 trial defense hours. And then every year it accrues up to 300. So if you're ever being sued, you don't need to
Right.
hire. You could hire a lawyer and they can represent you for free up to 300 hours if you're with them for that long.
Right. We do have a question. Hi, Leanne. This is for Legal Shield. We're talking about Legal Shield for lawyers and also for theft. We're going to get into that, right? I'm sorry. We're going to get into identity theft, right?
Identity theft, yeah.
That was the question that we had from her.
So identity theft is huge. Oh my God, guys,
This is the one I really want people to hear. I think it's for me right now, it's the most important thing to say what's going on. And I'll let you go with this because it's between the phone calls, the emails. It's crazy.
I think everyone needs identity theft. Everyone. Your children should be covered. You should be covered. It is happening in an alarming rate. It's 1 out of every 2 people. It's the world's biggest crime today. It's the biggest crime today. And I'm going to just share a picture here. This is my lovely daughter. This is my daughter.
Right.
Okay. I don't know what I would do if I had her identity was stolen. I mean, how I would feel and what I would do. And what can I do about it to restore her identity, to ruin her credit for the rest of her life, her social security and her name and everything, where she has trouble purchasing homes. She's already there are people 11-year-olds who are already bankrupt because people stole their identity. Little kids, teenagers who go buy their first car or their first investment, whatever it is, want to go to college.
You had a nice compliment look at that. You had a nice compliment from Leanne. She's beautiful.
Thank you. I don't know what I would do if I went into and found out that my daughter's identity has been compromised to the point where restoring it, she's ruined. Her life is ruined now, where everywhere we go, there's a red flag that's going to pop up when her name comes, and she's innocent, but somebody out there took her social security, and it's out there. My daughter has a passport. She has a social security. It's out there. So why not protect it? I have her monitored every year.
So when you monitor, that's the thing I wanted to ask you, is because we don't have legal shield. I told you when everything's done, we're going to is
Yeah.
for your family right now. You don't know because my son's only 9. So
Yeah.
if I was to put him on legal shield right now, our family, something would come up, right?
So
Most majority of the time because of that being on there, and you might not even know it, right?
exactly. But ID Shield and Legal Shield are two different services. They're
Right.
just to make it clear. Yeah, if you get ID Shield for your child right away, and once you put that information in, they'll actually know immediately if their identity was compromised, and they'll be able to help us. So, I mean, it's scary. And again, it's our children, it's our grandparents, our parents. They're so vulnerable. They don't know.
Right.
How many times have we, I mean, I don't know about you, but many times just actually recently, my credit card company called me and said, were you in Brooklyn buying $1,000 DJ equipment?
Right.
Not a DJ. No, I wasn't. And they immediately, now must make it clear that credit cards and banks do, have their protection policy in
Right.
place. So, but I'm going to tell you right now, finances is 17% of identity theft. The rest is your social security, which they cannot help you with, your passport, your driver's license, medical records. The banks and the credit cards cannot help you with that. The police cannot help
Right.
you with that. You need professional service for that. You on your own, it will drive you crazy. Try going
Right.
to all those bureaus, talking to them and getting through them, and them helping you, and the time and the cost. I'm telling you right now, I can't emphasize enough. Identity theft is something that is a must. I believe everyone needs to have it.
I think, well, my texts have finally slowed down. I
Yeah.
was getting texts, then calls, your check is coming in the mail. And I think that's what, like you said, the elderly, that's hard on them because if that money, you're going to do it. And like you said, once you say hello or you give them your name,
Mhm.
they have you.
They have you. And all you have to do, if you do pick up the phone, and let's say they say, David, and you say yes, boom, that's it. You gave them the okay. Now that's what they want you to say is yes. So you have to be careful with that. But again, the phone calls, it's not just about phone calls, your taxes. You go to do taxes, and somebody already did your taxes. Oh, go clear that up. Do you
I
know?
can't even, I've heard people had to take off of work because you're trying to get a home. We all have the stories because then I wouldn't even know where to start. Because like you said, who do you call?
Right.
You're gonna go on Google. That's what I would be doing. And that leads me to the one question that I'd asked you before. Just a scenario. Something's going on to me right now, and then all of a sudden, you know what? I see Legal Shield. Let me call them. So it's already in process, and I know I've asked you this before, but I can sign up for that, and they still will give you some advice, right? At a certain point, we asked that before.
Pre-existing cases as well. That's another thing like that I love about Legal Shields. They give us more value than they take from us. Where
Right.
a lot of health insurance companies, car insurance, they take more from us. They charge us. Premiums go up every year. You get into one accident in 25 years, your insurance goes up. You get a speeding ticket, your insurance goes up. I mean, they penalize you for everything. You feel like you're not even. They make you feel like you're a criminal.
Right.
And insurance, you know how expensive insurance, especially for family,
Right.
they keep going up. What I love about Legal Shields is, number one, they do not. Whatever price you came in with, people who got Legal Shield 20 years ago, Legal Shield's been around for 50 years. If you got it and you paid when it was $8 a month, you're still paying that today.
Wow. Oh, there goes. Let's see. There we have a question, Leanne. There we go. How much is this? She asked.
Legal Shield is $24.95, and that covers up to a family of 8.
Wow.
Individual or family, it's $24.95 a month. Identity theft for an individual is $9.95 a month. For a family is $24.95 a month, and that covers up to a family of 10, and it's up to the ages of 18. So
you can change it. You a la carte.
It's
so
out.
You can base it.
Take which one you feel you need more. Or I have both. They go hand in hand. You have an identity theft issue, you need lawyers, most likely. It goes hand in hand.
Especially, I can't even imagine. I think everybody on the show is. I had a tax person I was talking to, even I said I can imagine, say 6 months to 11 months from now, let's just say, or 12, with everything going on right now. how crazy and busy you're going to be, or the companies, because of you don't even know what's happening right now.
Well, right now, the law firms phones are ringing off the hook because people are having. You know how many people are having legal issues right now with jobs, with unemployment, with being detained. I mean, it is crazy what people are experiencing right now. So my app actually came up. I don't know what happened before. I don't know if you could see it. Can you see it?
Right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So right here, if you scroll up, it says here, emergency legal access. Tap that. All you need to do, 1, 2, 3, you have an attorney. After hours, holidays, if you're in a car accident, you're being detained. And in this app, all the features are there to call an attorney, to do your will, access your perks, submit any documents you want to submit. You could even text if you don't want to call because it's just a legal question that you want. And that's it. Start any
Right.
documents you need.
All right. We have a question here. Leanne?
Yeah, sure, definitely, Leanne, definitely. I'll yeah, send me your email.
Yeah, you can put on here. Yes, you can send your email, and Joanne's email is right on the bottom also, Leanne. But she's right here locally. I'm in Rigglesville and you are in Williams Township, right? And that doesn't matter, right, Joanne? So, I mean, you handle everybody.
I
It
can
doesn't
be
matter.
anywhere in the country. You can call me from Florida. You can call me from anywhere.
Okay.
I have no territory. And that's another thing. If you do have Legal Shield, if you go on vacation to Florida, you go to North Carolina, and something happens, you call them. And what your company does is they get you a lawyer in that state that you're in. No charge. It's included in the membership.
Okay.
So
All right.
no matter where you are in the country, we also are in Canada, and we just went to the UK. But no matter where you are in the country, if you're in New York, New Jersey, wherever, and it doesn't matter where you live, if you have this membership, you can use it anywhere you are. If you get into a car accident in another state, something happens, you can still use this. For businesses, however, no. It's when you have it for business, it's for your business in that state.
Okay. All right, man. We have your email. Look at that. And you're right in Rigglesville too. So that's where I'm from. So Joanne, I'll take that down and we'll have that right in the comments, Joanne. So that'll be right there for you already. So she'll definitely reach out to you. That's in there, and appreciate the question. So, but no, I appreciate you coming on so much. We always talk about this, and I know you're always available. There's your email, and I just think the education part of it, and they can go to the website.
Yeah.
And that's it shows everything, right?
My website has the detail plan, whichever one you pick. If you want tells you about identity theft, the business, if you want for your business, if you have employees, if you don't have employees, it's cheaper. It's only an extra $9.95 a month if you don't have employees.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty
right there. All right. So if you had 30 seconds to give let's just talk about the identity theft right now to end it at that. With everything going on, what would be your best advice right now? If you had to say 30 seconds, what would it be to families and with children or without kids? What would you say?
Well, I definitely, if you have children, definitely get identity theft and protect their identity. Please, that's a must. Save you and them the grief of having a very difficult life if they're
Right.
compromised, because their Social Security is the hottest on the market right now. Their Social Security is being sold at $600, I believe, because it's the longest that they can have it for. They can have their identity for the longest, because when do you check a child's identity?
I don't even know.
No, I never did, and I still don't, because now I don't feel I need to. But again, legal matters are not just for the rich. It's not unreachable now. We have made it easy. We have made it affordable. It's not for criminals. It's for everyday people who have an everyday life. Unforeseen things happen. I think that you need to be proactive in life. We are proactive in having car insurance, having alarms in our homes, having locks on our doors, having health insurance, life insurance. Get your wills done.
Right, get it done.
What happens in this country? I mean, anything can happen. we need to be proactive, and you need to take care of yourself. And why not prevent anything, bad things happening? Prevent you being in a debacle.
Right.
That's basically what it is.
And then the last question I did when you were saying that example, so if your child, you have an issue, or yourself with identity theft, they take care of all of it for you, right?
Oh my God.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I forgot to ask is they'll take care of it for you. That's what I like about it.
Investigators, we have, and can I just tell you, 100%, they restore your identity back to pre-status theft.
See, that's
100% unlimited. And what the other great thing is, we have the private trained. We are the only company that has private trained investigators. We don't have someone hired from some other country trained to read something off a screen. No, these are legit 100% privately investigators, and we are the only company who has that. That's apart from any other company.
All right. All right, Walter, thank you as always. I'll tell you what, it's always a great conversation with you, and that New York accent, I always tease you about it. But I think everybody's probably saying, what accent is that? But that's New York, so go figure that. But, I know, right? But I appreciate it. And Leanne, I know Joanne, she'll follow right up with you and get you that stuff for your husband there. But I want to thank everybody. Thank you again. And I know we'll be back.
Yes.
It's never going to end. And I'm sure, like I said, I think what we'll do is I know you always tell me new things that are happening to be careful, so they can go to your Facebook page. We'll put that on the link here also, so they can see updates, that you put out.
I'll put my website. My website, I think, is already on my Facebook page. I'll put it up right with this video. I'll put my.
Okay. All right. And she says, thank you. So I appreciate everybody. And we'll be talking to you soon. And let's see, we're going to end it now. We always want to make sure here we go. And